Throw some birch bark in there. See the white flaky bark? As the birch tree grows bigger, the bark has to shed so the tree has room to grow. So I like to pick off some of that birch bark because it's highly flammable. The oils in the birch bark ignite very well, even if it's damp or wet. Well, first time in my life, I'm about to become a father. I'm 36 years old, starting out kind of late, but better late than never, I guess. There's a lot of scary things that come with becoming a father, and a lot of really exciting things as well. It's kind of a scary feeling, knowing I'm going to be a dad. There's a lot of weight and responsibility on my shoulders. When I was a young man, I didn't really dream of having a family or a child. I just wanted to be as free as possible. I didn't want to be tied down by anybody or really have to worry about somebody else and have that responsibility. But as I get older in life, I realize that's what's important in life, and that's what makes life worth living, is having family. It really gives purpose to your life. You see, my wife and I, we got married in May, and we have a little boy that's on the way. He'll be here anytime now. And I came out to the cabin this weekend just for a little bit of reflection, to get some projects done, and to prepare the cabin and my mind for having a baby. I never thought I would be a father, but here we go. It's about to start. Kind of crazy. This is exactly what I want in life. And I want to be able to show my son that through all the adversities and challenges that we go through, you just have to put your head down and keep driving. You just got to get right through it. Like, I know life is tough right now for everybody, but we just got to trust in God and believe that He's going to help us. He's going to help us through the way, through the path. He's guiding it. You know, I think God guided us to come out here. And even though there's been a lot of challenges and adversities that along the way, we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep driving. I believe that we're out here for a reason. In fact, I think God put us out here to help all of our neighbors get a crossing and get access to their land that they've had for 30, 40, or 50 years. And they've had trouble getting out here. And I also think that we're supposed to be out here to maybe document the whole thing and share it with our son so that in the future he can see what all we've been through and what is possible. Like, if you guys have a dream, if you want to do something in life, you better go for it. Even if you don't, like, we didn't have a ton of money when we started doing this. We put every dollar that we had into building our cabin and starting this life off grid. And we just had to put our faith in God that things will work out. It's going to be crazy. Much better. All right. This will be a good one. Sort of scribing this in. This just goes to show you that you don't have to have a lot of tools to be able to make something happen. If you got a chainsaw, you can do a lot of things, I'll tell you that. Well, one thing that I can work on is the front edge of our loft. I haven't finished this yet, and I kind of want to make it look nice. I was wanting to get like a piece of rough cut lumber to put on here, but I haven't been able to find a piece that fits that I have out here. But I do have a bunch of little scraps of tongue and groove, so maybe I can cut a bunch vertical and make them line up. I'll count my boards here, see how many I need, and then we'll see if we have enough scraps to make it work. We need 27 pieces of tongue and groove. They need to be 7 inches tall. Let's go out to this shed and see if we don't have any extra pieces that'll work. Okay. Well, I got the front edge of the loft done. I'd say it looks much better now. Oh yeah. Mm. And our pieces put together, screw this on. We're just going to dry fit everything, mark it out, and make sure it all fits. Right there. As far down this way as I can, just about. That way we can slide it all the way to basically right dead center. Yeah. Tell you what, a guy could easily freak himself out being out here alone. A lot of eeks and creaks and moans and groans from the woods. It's kind of eerie. I got freaked out a minute ago. I'll be honest with you, I got a little scared. I jumped like that. Thought I heard a little rustle in the bushes, but you know, it's just the wind. But sometimes it's good to go out there and push the limits a little bit, you know, scare yourself a bit. Get familiar with the sounds out in the woods. The woods can be a scary place at night. Spend time out in the woods and get to know the sounds of the different trees and the creaks, the moans and the groans, and the wind. Deep in the deep dark woods was a man who built a cabin to survive and live off grid, away from all the neighbors, the complainers, all the crazy people in the cities. And here we are today. Only problem is there's a railroad in our way, and that is a big problem for us. But we're fighting it. We won't give up. We won't give up. This is our dream. We are gonna make this happen. There's our home. Home sweet home, Alaska. The wind blew all night last night and it's still ripping outside. Tell you what, it's not going to be very nice being outside working today. Pretty nasty weather. But we didn't have any trees fall down or hit the house or anything like that, so. Man, it's ripping. It's pretty chilly outside. So for the morning part, at least, I'm going to try to work on things inside the cabin. One of the things that I want to do is to raise my wood stove up higher. That way my baby that's coming here soon won't reach up and touch the stove right away and burn himself. So I think I'm going to put some legs on my wood stove hearth, raise it up, and that'll raise the entire wood stove up as well. I think I'm going to have to build a shield on this other side because it's going to be up high. I don't want to melt my window or crack it. There is 16, so... That's 6.5 inches. What about back here? Same, 6.5. I think I'll do a 2x4. We're going to do 20 inches on our boards. We need 8 20-inch boards. All right. Ooh, I think it's gonna fit. Yes. A little bit tall for cooking on, but can make do. And this will give us a lot more storage in the cabin now. Well, guys, as you can see, this is a big improvement. We got a lot more space down here. When you're living in something this small, you really have to utilize your space that you have. Now we can stash some firewood under here and have room for our shoes, which has been a problem. And I have to thank my wife for this idea because she came up with it all on her own. And turns out I don't know everything. I guess I gotta listen to my wife sometimes. Thank you, honey. Love you. Birch bark in there first. Grab all these small little pieces of kindling here. You can do a few different styles. A lot of times I'll do log cabin style. So we'll put a couple of bigger pieces on the sides and then stack it across like this. Always leave gaps for some air. So if you don't have air, it's not gonna go. Then after that, you can kind of just crisscross them however you want. With about an inch or so, at least half an inch in between each piece of wood. That way it can breathe, like I said. Get in there. Leave the door cracked for a minute here. Try to get that draft going. When the snow is nice and deep outside and fairly clean, we'll collect some and put it in here and just keep melting snow down. That way we have some water on hand. We also have this cast iron, I guess it's sort of like a diffuser. Basically it's just to help put moisture back into the air, because when you run a wood stove, it sucks all the moisture out there and it's very dry in here. And before my fire gets too hot, I think I better try to clean my glass. There we go. Get it wet. Then I'll dip some ash on it. That makes it really abrasive and helps get the burnt creosote off of your glass. Helps a ton. I just want to thank all of our subscribers out there, guys. We cannot thank you enough for all your support, gifts that you've sent, words of encouragement. And I just want to tell you how much it really means to us that you guys watch our videos and that you really support us. And we really want to thank you for all the prayers that you guys have given us. And we just really appreciate you guys. I just want to say thank you. And God bless and Merry Christmas.